Okay, let's take a look now at getting the attendees on the right-hand side of our activity details component. So we'll head back to VS Code and let's open up the activity details sidebar component. And let's just close the others. And what we need to do in here is bring our attendees in, just like we did for the attendees component. So we'll create an interface called props, and here we're just going to add our attendees and make them a type of profile array. And we'll destructure these in the parameters here. So we'll say attendees and we'll specify props. And then we can start completing the elements inside this sidebar. So we're going to know how many people are going based on the length of the attendees array. So we'll say attendees.length. And then we'll add another expression because we want to check the attendees length so that we display the appropriate text. So what we'll do, we'll say attendees.length equals 1, and we'll add a ternary here. And if it's one person going, then we'll specify person. And if it's other than that, we'll specify people. And then we'll just say going after this. And then we can go and loop over our attendees array and display each individual attendee. So we'll specify attendees.map and we'll pass in attendee as the parameter for the function. And then we'll grab one of our items. We'll grab the one with the host information. So we'll cut this and we'll paste it inside our map function. And we'll need to give the item a key because we're looping over this. So we'll say the key is the attendee.username. And we don't have the information yet to configure the host, so we'll ignore that piece for now. The image we'll set to the attendee.image, or it's going to be the placeholder image. The link will complete this right now, even though we don't have anything for this yet. And we'll send them to profiles / and attendee.username. And then we'll specify, instead of Bob, it's going to be the attendee.displayname. And we don't have the following information, so we'll ignore that as well. And then we'll just delete the other two items that we had in this list. And let's just try reformatting things inside here. And then, of course, all we need to do is just go back to our activity details component, and we can pass down to our activity detailed sidebar the attendees. So we'll say attendees equals activity.attendees. And once again, we'll just use the bang operator to work around the fact that attendees could be null based on how we configured this inside our activity interface. So what we should see now, if we go back to our browser, let's just refresh this page. And on the right hand side, we can see Bob as an attendee here. If we go back to our activities, and let's pick one with a couple of attendees, then inside here we can see Jane and Bob on the right hand side. Of course, we've got the host information there on the right hand side, and we'll fix this very shortly. And we'll take a look at that next, along with these buttons inside the header as well. We only want to display one of these, depending of course on whether the user's hosting, or they're attending the event, or they're not attending the event. And we'll take a look at that next.